Here are the picks of the day for January 29th. For Game 1, it's the Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head with the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, the 76ers have been putting up some serious numbers on the offensive end, ranking 6th in the NBA with an average of 119.5 points per game. When they hit the 117-point mark, they've been impressive with a 19-6 record against the spread and 20-5 overall. Turning our attention to defense, the Trail Blazers have been a bit leaky, sitting at 19th in points allowed per game with 117. So, it's safe to say that the 76ers have a good chance of piling on the points in this matchup. In fact, they've outscored their opponents by 329 points this season, showing a consistent trend of outperforming their competition. Anthony Simons for the Trail Blazers has been on a hot streak, dropping 73 points in the last 2 games and maintaining a season average of 23.7 points per game. This guy means business, and his recent offensive surge adds a significant spark to Portland's game. Keep in mind, Philly has faced defensive challenges, particularly when key players like Joel Embiid are sidelined. Interestingly, the Trail Blazers tend to perform better on their home court despite some road struggles. So, the home advantage might just tilt the scales in their favor. Players like Simons have expressed a clear desire to intensify offensive efforts, especially early in the game. This signals a deliberate push for a higher scoring pace. Adding to the mix, Portland excels at the free throw line, boasting an impressive 78.8% accuracy. Considering all these factors, the pick for this game leans toward the total points going over. With Philly's scoring strength and Portland's intention to elevate their offensive game, it's shaping up to be a high-scoring showdown. Before we move on to our next selection, join us on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as we're bringing you 4 to 5 exciting videos every week. Without further ado, let's get into the next pick. For the Game 2 matchup, Clippers vs. Cavaliers matchup, we've got quite the narrative unfolding. The Clippers are charging into this game with 5 straight wins, and what's catching the eye is their ability to consistently hit the 125-point mark, doing so in 4 of their last 5 victories. Looking at the bigger picture, over their last 9 games, they've been favoring the higher score, going 6-3 on the over and notching up 125 or more points in 7 of those matchups. Taking a closer look at their clashes with Eastern Conference teams, the Clippers seem to have found a winning formula, securing victories in their last 6 encounters. However, there's a bit of a defensive puzzle for them to solve, conceding 114 points or more in 5 of their last 8 games. Now, turning our attention to the Cavaliers, they've been in red-hot form, winning 9 out of their last 10 games. This streak highlights their consistent success on both ends of the court. Offensively, they've been punching in 116 points in 4 of their last 5 games. Adding to the excitement, Donovan Mitchell had a standout performance in the recent game, putting up 32 points, pulling down 8 rebounds, and serving 6 assists. So, considering the Clippers' offensive firepower, their recent success against Eastern teams, and the Cavaliers' overall consistent performance, the smart play here seems to be leaning towards the total points going over. In the upcoming Game 3, between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Boston Celtics, the Pelicans have hit a rough patch lately, losing 3 out of their last 4 games and falling short of their typical scoring averages. Brandon Ingram, their second highest scorer, has been quieter recently, managing just 16.7 points per game over the last 10 matchups. This dip in offensive output raises concerns for the Pelicans. Defensively, the Pelicans had a setback, allowing a whopping 141 points against the Milwaukee Bucks. To address this, they might shift their focus towards tightening their defense in the upcoming game. Given their 14th rank in tempo, indicating a more moderate pace, an increased emphasis on defense could decelerate the overall rhythm of the game. Turning our attention to the Boston Celtics, they've been dominant at home, holding the best home record in the NBA. Their defense is noteworthy, ranking 3rd in defensive efficiency. However, in their recent home loss, they struggled offensively, shooting only 36% from the field and 25% from beyond the arc. Considering these factors, the prediction for this game leans towards the total points going under. The Pelicans may prioritize defense to address recent struggles, potentially slowing down the game's pace. Meanwhile, the Celtics might encounter offensive challenges, especially if Porzingis is unavailable. If you're tailing, be sure to let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you all in the next one.